Hi students, this is Yashwant, your maths teacher, and welcome back to this video classes. In the previous two videos, we completed the definition of the rational numbers. So which type of numbers we are called rational numbers? A number which is in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0 and p, q are integers, is called a rational numbers, and the collection of rational numbers is denoted by q. Okay, and after that we are verifying the properties of rational numbers. So what are the properties involved in our number system? Here I am presenting that properties again. Properties of rational numbers means properties of numbers. So what in these properties, what is the first property? First property is closure property, and second one commutative property, and the third one associative property, and the fourth one existence of identity element, and the fifth one existence of inverse element. So these are the five important properties in our number system. In these five properties, in the previous video we completed the closure property of rational number. That means the collection of rational numbers satisfies this closure property with respect to which fundamental operation. Already we have verified that. Okay, just we recall that closure property. See, rational numbers are closed under addition. That is, for any two rational numbers a and b, a plus b is also a rational numbers. That means when you take any two rational numbers and add them, again you get a rational number. That is the property of closure property. That is a condition for closure property. That means when you take any two numbers and apply any fundamental operation in between them, you get a result in the same collection of numbers, then the closure property is satisfied. Here the rational numbers are satisfied that property. The sum of any two rational numbers is again a rational number. So rational numbers are closed under addition. So in the same way, rational numbers are closed under subtraction also. That means if you are subtract one rational number from another rational number, either positive or negative, or two positives or one positive, one negative, or two negatives. When you subtract one rational number from another rational number, you get a rational number as the result. That means rational numbers are closed under subtraction. Okay. In the same way, the rational numbers are closed under multiplication also. That means when you are multiply two rational numbers, again you get a rational number as the result. So rational numbers are closed under multiplication. Now you say the rational numbers are closed under division or not? See, rational numbers are not closed under division. In the last video I am already explained this point, why the rational numbers are not closed under division. Here we have only one counter example to set the statement is false. That means the rational numbers are not closed under division. So to explain this statement, we have only one example. What is that? If you are divide any number by 0, the value of the division, that means the value of the quotient, we are not defined. So when you are divide one rational number by 0, the quotient is not defined. If you are not defined, how can you exist that number in which collection of numbers? We can't do that. So that's why rational numbers are not closed under division. Since for any rational number a divided by 0 is equal to not defined. This is the reason. Here a it is a rational number, not only a rational number. When you are divide any number by 0, the result is not defined. That's why these rational numbers are not closed under division. In case if you take out this 0 from the collection of rational numbers, when you divide one rational number by another rational number, you get a rational number. But we want all the cases. We are verifying the property. We want all the cases. So that's why this is the reason why we said the rational numbers are not closed under division. Now let us verify the remaining properties are satisfied the collection of rational numbers or not. Okay, so this is the condition for closure property. A set has the closure property under a particular operation if the result of the operation is always an element in the set. If a set has the closure property under a particular operation, then we say that the set is closed under the operation. Here set means the collection of numbers. Instead of this set, here we are taken the collection of numbers. A collection of numbers has the closure property under a particular operation, either addition or subtraction or multiplication or division. If you take any one fundamental operation, if the result of the operation is always an element, means in the same number in the set, means collection of numbers. So if a set has the closure property under a particular operation, then we say that the set is closed under the operation. Here the rational numbers are closed under addition, under subtraction, under multiplication, but they are not closed. The collection of rational numbers are not closed under division. So let us verify the second property, that is commutative property. So the collection of rational numbers are satisfied the commutative property or not. Let us verify. So what is the condition for commutative property? Here this is the condition. A dot circle B is equal to B dot circle A for any two numbers A and B. Okay, here dot circle means a fundamental operation. That means if you are verifying the collection of numbers are satisfied the commutative property with respect to the addition, instead of this dot circle you can take plus. Okay, and here A, B are two numbers, and here we are verifying collection of rational numbers. So you can choose any two rational numbers from the collection of rational numbers. Okay, now first verify this collection of rational numbers are satisfied this commutative property with respect to addition or not. Okay, let us do that. So first we choose any two rational numbers from the collection of rational numbers. So here I am taken 1 by 2 and 3 by 5, and here I am taken the fundamental operation addition, and I am adding these two rational numbers in this order, 1 by 2 plus 3 by 5. So it is equal to 2 5. Here the denominators are 2 5, their LCM is 10, and the numerator is 5 plus 6. So it is equal to 11 by 10. Now change the order. That means here we have taken 3 by 5 as a second number. Now let us take the same number in the first place, and the second place we take next number and find its value. So 3 by 5 plus 1 by 2, it is equal to, so LCM is 10, and the numerator is 6 plus 5, it is equal to 11 by 10. You get the same result or not? Yeah, you get the same result. That means if you add the two rational numbers in any order, you get the same result. Not only in these two rational numbers. When you take any two rational numbers, and if you add the two rational numbers in any order, if you get the same result, then we said the collection of rational numbers satisfy the commutative property with respect to addition operation. Just you think. Just here I am explaining by taking two rational numbers only. Just you think. By taking any two rational numbers, and if you apply the addition operation in between them, you get the same result when you change the order. Here you remember one most important point, that is this commutative property presents the order of the numbers for applying the fundamental operation. A dot circle B is equal to B dot circle A. Here we are not change the fundamental operation, we are change the order of fundamental operation. For example, 1 by 2 plus 3 by 5 means 3 by 5 is added to 1 by 2. Observe the statement. 1 by 2 plus 3 by 5 means 3 by 5 is added to 1 by 2. And 3 by 5 plus 1 by 2 means 1 by 2 is added to 3 by 5. Okay, that means if you write these two statements in words, we observe lot of difference in between them. Yeah, the result is same, but the order is different. That means when you are present this in words, we observe lot of difference. Here 3 by 5 is added to 1 by 2. Here 1 by 2 is added to 3 by 5. There is a lot of difference in between them in words, but mathematically 1 by 2 plus 3 by 5, here we get 11 by 10. 3 by 5 plus 1 by 2 is also equal to 11 by 10. You get the same result. Not only in these two rational numbers, when you take any two rational numbers and apply the any fundamental operation in between, that means apply the addition operation in between them, there is no doubt we get the same result. That means the collection of rational numbers satisfies the commutative property with respect to the addition operation. I think you have doubt, sir. Here we are taken only positive rational numbers now. So in case if you take two negative rational numbers, what will happen? Why you are placing that doubt? Let us take any two negative rational numbers. For example, here I am taking minus 2 by 3 and minus 4 by 5, and I am adding these two rational numbers in this order. Minus 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5 is equal to, find the LCM. Here the denominator is 3, here the denominator is 5, their LCM is 15, and numerator, so 15 is divided by 3, the quotient is 5, so 5 into minus 2, minus 10, and plus 15 is divided by 5, the quotient is 3, so 3 into minus 4, it is equal to minus 12, that is equal to minus 10 plus of minus 12, it is equal to minus 22 by 15. Now change the order, that means let's do the minus 4 by 5 plus of minus 2 by 3, it is equal to, find the LCM. LCM is 15, and the numerator is minus 12 plus of minus 10, it is equal to minus 22 by 15. You get the same answer, minus 22 by 15, and here also minus 22 by 15. Yeah, you get the same answer. When I take the two negative rational numbers and I am adding the two negative rational numbers in different orders, I get the same result. That means this collection of rational numbers satisfies the commutative property with respect to addition. So instead of that addition, let us take subtraction. That means instead of this dot circle, here I am taking subtraction. That means here I am subtracting one rational number from another rational number. Let us verify this commutative property of collection of rational numbers with respect to the subtraction operation. For verifying, here I am taking two rational numbers, 2 by 3 and minus 4 by 5. One positive rational number and one negative rational number, and I am subtracting minus 4 by 5 from 2 by 3. Now observe the result. Here the LCM is 15, and the numerator is 10 minus of minus 12. So 10 minus of minus 12, it is equal to 10 plus 12 by 15. It is equal to 22 by 15. Yeah, now change the order. That means subtract 2 by 3 from minus 4 by 5. LCM is 15 and the numerator is minus 12 minus 10. It is equal to minus 22 by 15. Observe the result. They are the same. They are not same. Here 22 by 15 is there, minus 22 by 15 is there. It is a positive rational number, it is a negative rational number. That means when you subtract one negative rational number from positive rational number, we get a positive rational number. When you change the order, we get a negative rational number. There is a lot of difference in between them. Numerically they are equal. Here 22 by 15 is there, here 22 by 15 is there, but as per the properties of rational number, these two are different. This is positive rational number, this is negative rational number. That means here we get the same result? No, that means the collection of rational numbers not satisfies the commutative property with respect to the subtraction. Now let us take multiplication. That means if you have multiplied two rational numbers in any order, we get the same result or not. Let's we do that. Okay, so for doing that, here I am taking two rational numbers like 1 by 3 and 4 by 5 and I am multiplying them. I think everyone remember how to multiply the two rational numbers. By multiplying the numerators and by multiplying the denominators, we get the result. So 1 into 4, 4 by 3 into 5, 15. So it is equal to 4 by 15. Change the order. Multiply 4 by 5 by 1 by 3. Multiply the numerator, 4 1s are 4 by 5 3 is 15. You get the same result? Yeah. So in case if you take one positive, one negative, you get the same result. 1 into minus 4, minus 4, minus 4 into 1, minus 4. In case if you take two negatives, minus 1 by 3, minus 4 by 5, it is equal to plus 4 by 5. Minus 4 by 5 into minus 1 by 3, it is equal to plus 4 by 15. Yeah, you get the same result. That means when you multiply two rational numbers in any order, you get the same result. That means the collection of rational numbers satisfies the commutative property with respect to multiplication. Okay, now let us take division. That means when you divide one rational number by another rational number in any order, we get the same result. And here you remember one most important point, that is here A, B are any rational number. Means if you take 0, what happened? That means 2 by 3 divided by 0, what happened? We are not defining the value of this division. So the division is not possible. Then why you are verifying that property in this situation? It is very clear. The collection of rational numbers not satisfies the commutative property with respect to division. No need to verify. Why? Because here in some cases the division is not possible. So this is the commutative property, and the collection of rational numbers are satisfying the commutative property with respect to addition, with respect to multiplication only, not only the rational numbers. Before that rational numbers, we have some more collections like integers, whole numbers, natural numbers, and the collection of integers also not satisfied the commutative property with respect to subtraction and division, and the collection of whole numbers is also not satisfied the commutative property with respect to subtraction and division, and the natural numbers also not satisfy the commutative property with respect to subtraction and division. Okay, so if you take any collection of numbers, this commutative property is satisfied only on with respect to the addition and with respect to the multiplication. So this is the commutative property, and this commutative property is satisfied for the collection of rational numbers with respect to addition and multiplication only. Okay, so next property we will discuss in the next video. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye.